firewall allows you to specify security policy rules based on a more accurate identification of each application seeking access to your network. It is unlike traditional firewalls that identify applications only by protocol and port number. It uses packet inspection and a library of application signatures to distinguish between applications that have the same protocol and port and to identify potentially malicious applications that use non-standard ports. The strength of the Palo Alto Networks firewall is its single-pass parallel processing, or SP3, engine. Each current protection feature in the device, antivirus, spyware, data filtering, and vulnerability protection, use the same stream-based signature format. As a result, the SP3 engine can search for all of these risks simultaneously. The advantage of providing a stream-based engine is that the traffic is scanned as it crosses the box with a minimal amount of buffering. This speed allows you to turn on advanced features such as scanning for viruses and malware without slowing the firewall's performance. Palo Alto Networks offers processors dedicated to specific security functions that work in parallel. These components can be implemented in hardware or software. On the higher-end hardware models, the data plane contains 3 types of processors that are connected by high-speed 1 gigabit per second buses. Signature Match Processor scans traffic and detects vulnerability exploits, intrusion prevention system, viruses, spyware, credit card numbers, and social security numbers. Security processors, multi-core processors that handle security tasks such as secure socket layer decryption. Network processor, responsible for routing, network address translation, and network layer communication. On the higher-end hardware models, the control plane has its own dual-core processor, RAM, and hard drive. This processor is responsible for tasks such as management UI, logging, and route updates. Zero Trust Security Model. Zero Trust is an alternative security model that addresses the shortcomings of failing perimeter-centric strategies by removing the assumption of trust. With Zero Trust, there is no default trust for any entity, including users, devices, applications, and packets, regardless of what it is and its location on or relative to the corporate network. Zero Trust is a promising alternative model for IT security to follow. It is intended to remedy the deficiencies with perimeter-centric strategies and the legacy devices and technologies used to implement them by promoting never trust, always verify as a guiding principle. This approach differs substantially from conventional security models that operate on the basis of trust but verify. The implications for these two changes are, respectively, the need to establish trust boundaries that effectively compartmentalize different segments of the internal computing environment. The general idea is to move security functionality closer to the different pockets of resources that require protection. This way, security policy can be enforced regardless of the point of origin and the communications traffic associated. Trust boundaries need to do more than just provide initial authorization and access controls of enforcement. To always verify also requires the continuous monitoring and inspection of the associated communications traffic in search of subversive activities. Palo Alto Networks' next-generation firewalls offer a range of threat prevention functionalities that together offer an integrated approach against prevalent threats. Threat prevention capabilities of the Palo Alto Networks' next-generation firewall include the following: application identification, user identification, URL filtering, vulnerability protection, anti-spyware, antivirus, traps, file blocking, DOS protection, zone protection, and wildfire advanced malware protection. Each function protects against specific types of threats and is configured in the zone settings and the security profiles, and then is applied to the various rules of the security policy. This integrated protection will safeguard against threats and also provide application visibility and control over the network.